Hey guys, it's Nimbus. I am back today with another video. Again, I just want to start off with saying free Palestine, free everybody. We will never be free until we are all free. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. No, but seriously. I've said this before, but we need to keep making people uncomfortable. Keep making people... It is what it is. These people wanted this to be the standard for so long, they get to deal with it being uncomfortable when we're tearing it down as the standard is not this anymore. And we're standing firm in that, and they're scared of that. So please, do not stop talking about Palestine. Do not stop talking about the Congo. Do not stop talking about Sudan. Do not stop talking about Afghanistan, Kurdistan, Bangladesh, Pakistan, Haiti, Puerto Rico. The list literally goes on. Lebanon, Syria, Yemen. It literally goes on and on and on. Tigray. It literally keeps going. Like, it makes no sense how many literal atrocities and just... And again, we sit here so privileged in the fact we can turn it off on our phones. We can turn our phone all the way off and stop looking at it. We can watch something else. We can put in a DVD if we want to. At this point, we're so beyond privileged that it's insane. And I know, privilege is different. I don't mean like white privilege and all that stuff. I mean specifically how privileged we are to be able to turn that off. We have lights. We have food in the fridge, hopefully. We have running water, clean running water, hopefully. That's what I mean by privileged. The white privilege that we keep experiencing every day is mind-blowing to me. Because there's so many people saying how, oh, it doesn't matter to me because I'm not there. My family is from here. I don't live there, whatever it is. Or the Zionist side of it is, it's okay. We're in Israel. It's fine. We're great. We're living our best life and we're having a great time. We're laughing and giggling about bombs exploding and we're having parties and all this stuff. And it's like... Do y'all not hear how that sounds? The same people who want to get upset at everybody are the same people who are literally the problem. Sit with your privilege. Why not use it for the betterment of everybody when that's what you're talking about anyway? But you don't want to actually help, do you? You want to sit there and you want to act like you're helping. You want to look good. You want people to see you and see, oh, look at that. He's doing great. He's fighting for all the right causes. That's great. But what are you doing outside of the camera? What are you doing outside of your phone? Are you talking to people? Are you sharing actual information to people? Or are you fear-mongering and saying the whatever it is this time, today, to make it so that people don't think that this is a humanitarian crisis and a genocide? Or slavery? Or ethnic cleansing? Or some other... any number of things. We are watching actual crimes against humanity taking place. And so many people have said that these are fake for views. This is the most well-documented genocide that we've ever seen in the history. In all of history. Y'all want to sit here and act like European people are indigenous to the Middle East. sit with it. Sit with your privilege today. Like, really, sit with your privilege. I want you to figure out why it is you feel like you get to have whatever it is you want and they don't. I'm serious. Even if you're not against the Palestinian people, even if you're not against Congo, even if you're not against Sudan, it doesn't matter. Sit with whatever privilege it is that you have, because you do have privilege and you need to figure out how to use it. Being able to turn your phone off and not deal with it that's not helpful for anybody. Fine, you get to get 20 minutes rest, but then you're picking your phone back up. You're getting right the fuck back on TikTok. You're getting right the fuck back on Instagram. But now you're just skipping over those videos because now you don't want to be brought down by them. Sit with that. No matter who you are, white privilege or not, that's still a privilege. And again, I dare white people to sit with your privilege and ask yourself why you're not doing anything to actually help. Why you're sitting there saying, oh, I'm fine, it doesn't bother me. This is so far away, it's never going to affect me. Again, I ask, why was Cop City built? Sit with your privilege today. I dare you. Anyway, with all that being said, let's get started today. We're going to use the Gold and Black Edition Tarot. Yeah. Oh, I did forget to say, my one-on-ones are open on my website. If you guys would like, a portion of what I make off my one-on-ones will go to donations. First to the PCRF, once I get some money, like a good amount of money up together. And then, but yeah, the PCRF will happen when I get a good amount of money together. I haven't really gotten many one-on-ones recently, so I haven't had any money to put towards that. But again, if you guys want to tip me, I encourage you guys to join me in donating as well. Please put that money towards wherever you feel is necessary to donate. Please do your research and make sure that where you are donating to is legitimate and will help the people on the ground. Make sure that the people dealing with these things get either the money if it's worth anything, or able to get supplies or food or water or whatever it is, making sure that these people actually get it instead of it going directly to an organization. They pay their organization and that's how the stuff gets out, because then you deal with the people probably having to pay for supplies that were meant for them as donations anyway. So we saw that happen in Gaza. We saw it happen. So please make sure that where you are sending it, the money and the supplies and whatever it is actually goes to the people. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. Anyway, so yeah, with all of that being said, we are going to get started with tarot today with the Gold and Black Edition Tarot. And yeah, if you guys do not want to breathe with me, go ahead and skip to right here. Otherwise, we are going to get breathing. So yeah, so if you guys would like to breathe with me, put your hands flat down on the table in front of you. Put your feet flat down on the floor and sit straight up. We're going to close our eyes and we're going to take deep breaths in through our into our belly, like deep down into our belly. And yeah, if you guys need to breathe differently from how I am breathing, please do. I don't want you to feel like you have to breathe how I'm breathing. I just like breathing like this because it gets me exactly where I need to be. So yeah, let's get started. Feet flat on the floor, hands flat down in your lap or on the table in front of you, and go ahead and close your eyes. And breathe in. out, in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out, in, last one, out. Go ahead and breathe normally now. Releasing any tension that you may have in your neck, your shoulders, all the way down to your toes. All right, take one more deep breath in. Out. Breathe normally and go ahead and open your eyes. Okay. If you need more time, go ahead and pause it now. Otherwise, we are going to get started. So yeah. So, like I said, again, we are doing the Tarot Gold and Black Edition. I love these cards. They are really cool. Yeah, the book is pretty nice too. Excuse me. Whoa. But yeah. So today it is the 11th. It is January 11th. I think we have a new moon tonight. So there's that. Actually, yeah, let's do a new moon message. I think that'll be good. Let's do... keep it at a new moon message. Okay, Spirit, what's our new moon message today? Well, I thought I just blew out a candle. There we go. Spirit, what's our new moon message today? Definitely, I mean, I'm definitely hearing you definitely need to let go of some stuff. There's some things that, you know, we get used to holding on to certain things. We get used to dealing with certain things. We get used to the weight of certain things as well. You know, we carry something around for so long that once we don't have it, totally wrong. Yeah, wow, the star. I don't know if y'all were able to see that, but this just flew out. There's definitely been there's been a life-changing event, let's say. And now you're kind of in this air of the Nine of Pentacles reversed. there's definitely like abundance coming, but it's going to take different, you have to figure out what pieces to put together first, right? But it's, this abundance is coming for you. Like it's almost there, but you just have to figure out what the last couple of pieces are. Like something may have just changed for you. Something may have like just happened that you're still learning how to let go, and you're learning what pieces actually do still belong. But like spirit, universe, source is literally telling you, keep moving, like keep doing this, like it's working for you. Yeah, the, what is this, the Six of Cups reversed. There might be a little bit of, yeah, and it might be about somebody that you know, maybe you love them, maybe you are just really good friends with them. I don't really know specifically, but you know, six of Cups is really about relationships and love. So it's very, it feels like something, it feels like you're finding this, yeah, the Fool just flew out, the Fool reversed. It feels like you're just finding this stuff out, and it's hitting you hard because it's all very new. Yeah, the Four of Swords reversed. It's very, what's the word? I'm trying to think of this word. Let me find a keyword really quick. Let me look at the Four of Swords really quick and see if I can find a good keyword, because Four of Swords. Okay, yeah. Responsibilities weigh heavily. That was like the first thing I saw, and it's like there's so much responsibility behind this, and there's so much that you know needs to go into this, that it's very stressful. But I don't want to be that guy. It doesn't have to be stressful. I don't want to be that guy, but I will be. No, but like, it doesn't have to be that stressful. It doesn't have to, one card at a time, please, Spirit. It doesn't have to be a whole thing. It can literally just be taking it day by day, and today you do a little bit better, you heal a little bit. Tomorrow might look a little bit worse, but you're still on a healing journey. That's the point. You know what I mean? You're not expected to just be okay, one card at a time, please, Spirit. Just be okay tomorrow because Spirit said so. Like, or because God said so, or whatever it is. One card at a time, please, Spirit. Yeah. The Three of Swords reversed. It's definitely, it could be something a little heartbreaking. And being told to let something go after, like, you know, if you break up with somebody and you still have something of theirs, like say they got you like a Build-A-Bear, I don't know, but like you just can't get rid of it. Like, it's time to be okay with letting those things go. Yes, we're comfortable with them. 555. We see it every day, and we know that what we are doing to ourselves is a lot more damage than it is actual comfort. That's why people say when they break up with somebody, like when you break up with somebody, you should like purge your stuff just in case you have stuff. You know, like a lot of people like purge their closet of like hoodies and t-shirts and, you know, like whatever, you know, from baseball games, from the carnival, whatever it was. You know, that way they don't have the constant reminder of what was and like what could have been, but like what could have been more so what we were thinking of how we wanted it to happen instead of what was actually going on. The I'm putting these two cards back. The Ace of Swords flipped over in the deck, like flipped over like in, I'm going the wrong way, in the card, like in under here. So like I took that one, but then like 3 cards were just over here. Anyway, so the Ace of Swords, there's definitely like a yeah, the Wheel of Fortune. There's it's coming, like the you know, Ace of Swords, you're focusing your consciousness onto, you'll once you get through this 3 of Swords reversed energy, you'll be able to focus your consciousness more on stuff for towards the Wheel of Fortune. You know what I mean? You'll be able to focus more on what is actually happening as opposed to what could have been. Does that make sense? Like, yes, heartbreak is very upsetting and it hurts. Like you feel it. But like the point, one card at a time, please. Oh, this is one card. The Page of Pentacles reversed. You got to feel it and let it go. You can't just let it be there the whole time. The Page of Pentacles reversed. Yeah, the Page of Pentacles reversed. You're learning how to cope with these things. You're learning how to deal with all of these things at once while you're on your path, while you're trying to start these new things, while you're already doing these things that you've been doing, and while you're trying to let go of the things that don't serve you anymore. So there's a lot going on. There's definitely a lot going on, but you're definitely also like in the process of learning, right? And some things are gonna have to fall over. Some things are gonna have to topple over the tower. Some things are going to happen. But you need to remember that through that comes a much better rebuild. You know what I mean? Sorry, I just breathed in only smoke. You know what I mean though? Like you can't tear down walls and rebuild if the foundation is fucked. You know what I mean? Like you're not going to be able to just tear out a wall, rebuild that and expect that to be, you know, you just replaced one wall. That's not the entire house. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, the Queen of Swords. You're definitely learning how to handle everything with grace. Like really being able to handle it, and like it's not, you might be scared. You might be a little worried about what's going to happen or what's actually happening, but you're doing a good job at learning how to cope with those things. You're learning how to actually learn and apply the things that you're learning. Yeah, 5 of Cups. And there might be when we go through these times of tearing down our lives and rebuilding, it ends up being a little bit lonely, and it looks like, you know, we knock over all this stuff and we're never going to be able to get it back. But we have to remember that no matter what happens, even if a tower moment happens, even if a death and rebirth happens, even if whatever it is happens, you still know that you'll be okay because of, like, there's still, he's not focusing on them, but there's still 2 cups available to him. You know what I mean? Like, they're still there. They're not gone. So you have to remember that even though you lose some things, you still have some of the things that you had. Not everything is gone. Not everything was torn down. You know, you'll still have something. But again, if you build something on an unstable foundation, the entire house is unstable no matter how well you put it together. So again, it might feel like you're losing a lot more than you still have or than you're gaining, but in the long run, after you get through the loss, you'll be able to see a much clearer picture of how far you've come and the things that you gained when you gave those things up, because things will come into you. The 9 of Pentacles came out immediately after the Star. Like, it is reversed, but it's coming to you. It's not, that doesn't mean it's not happening for you. It's just it might take a little bit longer than you wanted it to, and it might take a little bit longer than was originally planned. But it's still coming to you. It's not canceled. It's not never on the way now. It's just a little bit, it's probably just really delayed. But that also comes from having to do your own work, and if you didn't get to the point that you were supposed to by the time it was supposed to get here, or by whatever, like, deadline that you were supposed to have, like, I'm thinking that's kind of what it is, because it's nothing's late. You know what I mean? Like, you're not late, you didn't miss anything, it's just a fact of, like, maybe you changed your mind or something, like something happened, or like you did something that was like out of the ordinary for what would have been. You know what I mean? I don't know specifics, but you know, if something did change and like didn't go according to plan, it would delay things. So I'm thinking that it's more of a delay and not like a cancellation. It's like, and that could also be why you're in the 5 of Cups energy. Like, you're really just like, what is going on here? Why? What's even the point? Like, whoa. One card at a time, please, Spirit. Spirit, one card at a time, please. Pretty please. There we go. Okay, yeah, 7 of Swords. There could be, you know, a decent amount of a struggle in what you're trying to do that makes it harder for you to want to be alone. But no matter what you do, the alone time is going to be needed. It's needed. You have to learn how to be with yourself before you can be with other people. For that relationship to be meaningful, or as meaningful as you want it to be, you're going to have to be comfortable with sitting with yourself and getting to know yourself first, and then going through and meeting new people and talking to them and being your full authentic self in front of them, so that they get to see who you really are and you get to enjoy being you while you get to meet who they are. And that's a beautiful thing. But you have to be willing to do it. You know what I mean? Yeah, Judgment. Yeah, let's get one more card really quick. Let's get our last card really quick. And yeah, 10 of Pentacles. It's coming for you. It's on its way to you. Let's see what's on the bottom of the deck. King of Pentacles. It's on its way to you. yeah, and like with judgment, it's like you're becoming aware to these things. Oh, duh. You're becoming aware to the things that you don't really enjoy about the alone time so that you can tear down these things and actually rebuild in a meaningful way. The tower is more so about tearing down, well, okay, as it normally is, because you're not actually going to rip apart your house, probably. Don't do that. But you're probably, this is more likely probably about like a mental state. Like you're going to tear down some ideas that you have about yourself or about your living situation or whatever it is, about who gets home, like houses, who doesn't get houses, whatever it is. Like, I'm not saying there's no bias behind that. I just mean like getting rid of our own personal blocks. You know what I mean? Because then we can actually get, like, once we're aware of them, we actually get it. Once we're aware of them and we're able, okay, there's one more step in between. Once we're aware, and then okay, two more steps, and we fall apart, which I know that 16 comes before 20, but in the sense of this, we're finding the way to do this. You know what I mean? We're finding our own way to figure all this stuff out. And again, the King of Pentacles came out like it's on its way to you. The abundance and the opulence. Like, I love that word, opulence. Like, that's what I'm getting from this. Like, it's on its way to you, and you'll be able to experience all of it, but you have to be okay with living with yourself, like alone, not dealing with friends all the time, whatever it is. You have to be okay with being alone, and you have to be okay with learning yourself first. Excuse me, burp for confirmation. You have to learn yourself first. There's no way around that. Otherwise, every single thing that you do in a relationship will just feel wrong. Like, you have to be okay with yourself, and you have to love yourself. It's not easy. I'm not going to say that it's an easy thing to do, because it took me a long time to even be okay with myself. But at the end of the day, you're the only person who's going to actually know who you truly are. You can let people in all you want, but they're not going to know. You know what I mean? It's never going to be easy, but we have to do that. If we want any relationship in our life to be worthwhile, we have to be okay with being ourselves and figuring that out first. You know, you can't, what's the saying? You can't love somebody unless you love yourself first. Or if you don't love yourself, how the hell are you going to love somebody else? Whichever one you want to take. I think they're both the thing. Anyway. But yeah, so anyway, let's get our pride message going really quick. But yeah, I mean, as always, this is a good reading. This isn't a negative, you're dying, everything's bad. Like, it's not like that. It's like, it really is. You know, this definitely feels a little bit like tough love. It's definitely a little bit of tough love. But it also really feels like insanely positive. One card at a time, please, Spirit. Okay, we're gonna do 4 today. Yeah. It's like it makes sense or something. Yeah, we're gonna do 4 today. The last 2 came out at the same time, but it was very obvious. And I was supposed to keep them. Anyway, you'll see why. We have gay ice cream, I guess. Choice. You don't have to prove yourself to anyone. It is your choice to define who you are, who you want to be, and what labels you want to use. Nobody can take that away from you. Yeah, we ultimately always have the choice to better ourselves first. You know what I mean? Like, it may not be the most fun idea, but at least it's a worthwhile one. It's not for nothing. You know what I mean? We got trans paintbrush. Trans lives matter. This one is inspiration. Without even knowing it, there are people who look up to you. You have the opportunity to be an inspiration to others who share the same struggles. True. And the coolest part about that is that you never truly know, like, you never really know who it is who could be seeing your videos, who it is who could be seeing you just doing well, who's just inspired. No malice, nothing negative, just inspired. Just wants to be like you. Like nothing else other than just inspiration. Not copying, not taking for their own, just inspiration. Which is amazing, honestly. So we got a rainbow. It says hope. Even the darkest of nights are followed by a swift sunrise. You might not have all the answers in front of you, but right now... You might not have all the answers in front of you right now, but a healthy distraction through work or play can help pass the time. Yeah. And then we got a cupcake. It says celebration. Go where you're celebrated, not where you're tolerated. Life is too short to waste your time in the company of toxic people who discourage you from being your true self. I had to take those last 2 together because hope and celebration, they both go perfectly along with what I was saying, honestly. And with choice, it is completely up to you what you want to do. If you want to do what's comfortable for you, that is totally fine. Just know that the things that you want that are past that, you won't be able to get to. You're allowed to do whatever you want to do, as long as you're not hurting people. But again, go where you're celebrated, not tolerated. If you're going where you're celebrated, you'll already be having a more fun time in the first place. You know. Let's grab our sweary affirmation really quick. Just put that right there. What's our sweary affirmation for the day? For this new moon, I should say. When the world says you can't, I say I've nailed it. When the world says you can't, I say fucking watch me. Period. I mean, hey. Watch me. I mean, I always think these are good readings, but I really think this is a great reading because it's such a clear reminder that even though we go through things, one, our guides, ancestors, spirit, the universe, God, source, whatever you want to say, whoever it is, they're always with us trying to back us up. But anyway, that is all I am seeing for you guys today. Just keep going. If something feels wrong, it is wrong. If something feels like you need to let it go, you gotta let it go. And it's unfortunate, but you got to. And that's for your future self to get what it is that you want out of your future. That's so that your future self can have exactly what you're working towards. You got to make the space for the things to come in, otherwise there's no space for these things to happen, and then they can't come in. But yeah. Again, my readings are open on my website for one-on-ones if you guys would like to. Again, I am donating a part of what I make from those to the PCRF first, and then other places as well. Any tips that I make, I will also be donating. But I ask you guys to join me in donating as well. Please, any money that you wanted to send me as a tip, as a tip, please donate that to whatever organization on the ground that will actually help the people. But yeah, please do not stop talking about this. We got to keep the pressure up. We got to keep going. We have to. If people are still alive in Gaza and people still live in Gaza as they have been, there's no reason to stop fighting. Palestinians are still alive in Gaza, and we're questioning whether or not we should fight, whether or not we should keep talking about it, whether or not we should keep telling people to change their minds on it, whether or not we should still ask for a ceasefire, whether or not we should still be calling for a free Palestine, whether or not all these things, whole time, the only thing that these people have been able to do is survive. The only thing Palestinians have been able to do is just survive. They've barely been able to eat. They've barely been able to sleep. They don't have any clean water to drink. It's what, 99% contaminated or something? People are getting sick left and right. There's an actual humanitarian crisis happening. And we got people saying that they're fine because it's not affecting them. Wake up. Wake up. Good luck. Anyway, with all that being said, I love y'all. Have the day that y'all deserve. Y'all be safe. Free Palestine. Free. My bad, my camera cut off, but I was going to say free everybody. We will never be free until we are all free. I will keep saying this until we are all free. I love y'all. Be safe.